mind, I'd like to run them by you and see what
Go for it.
rather than just standing up here and preaching at you. One of the things I want to start with my speech is freedom is a gift from God Almighty. It's not in the power of man to alienate this gift and voluntarily become a slave. Our government will not listen to our voices and heed our call for self-control, and we will control it. We will control it by replacing every incumbent politician in Washington, D.C. My name is Jim Deacon, and I'm running for U.S. Senate.
Enough said. That was a great speech. That says it all.
Can you take a piece out of Russell Shaw's book and say, you know, if you don't like the job I do, fire me?
That's right. If you don't like the job I do, fire me.
You can always
and
fire
you don't even have to wait till election time.
Yeah.
That's right. And if we were to fire the majority of right now, the message wouldn't even truer, would it? Which means those that do win know this is a temporary appointment.
Right. The hell do you think?
You serve at the pleasure of the people, not the president. You better listen to the people, not the president.
Yeah, I was going to. That's what I was going to do next. The other thing I worked in kind of goes along with the health care bill. We've become a nation based on rules set by a elite few. This is already part of it. Many of these elitists have no accomplishments of their own. They are elected or placed into positions based on legacy and nepotism. Representative Dingell, for example, is the sponsor of the horrific health anti-care bill. Yeah, we'll work on that. Health anti-care bill. It will not care for us. Mr. Dingell took over the seat from his father. Together, they have been in Congress for 98 years. We've only been a country for 233 years, so almost half of our country's history, we've had a Dingell in Congress.
Lots of Dingles.
Actually, it says we
Yeah,
had
but
a
only
Dingell
one by
hanging
that
on
name.
to Congress.
Hey, they make teabagger jokes.
Yeah.
How can a guy get elected?
Make dingle jokes.
I wish his first name was Barry.
So it's time
That way, when you write his name out, military, last name, first name, it's perfect.
It's time to wipe Congress clean. It's time to remove the Dingells.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
It's time to remove all the incumbents that are selling out our sovereignty.
I'll be like so on my knees laughing.
You can also put a line in there, June, says we need to wipe out the corruption. Get rid of the Dingles.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cheese tastes like shit. I'm not kidding.
It's free, man. It's free.
Alright.
You got to be into things like Bloomberg.
Alright.
Really appreciate
Okay, one more. And this goes along with the Second Amendment, because I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment, right to keep and bear
Oh
arms.
yeah.
So, who are the militia? The militia is the American people. Congress has no power to disarm the militia. Swords, guns, and every other terrible implement of the soldier are the birthright of every American. Unlimited power of the sword is not in the hands of either the federal or the state governments. I trust in God that that power will forever remain in the hands of the people.
Warner's talking right now. We're talking up at Mitchell's office. Who will tell you the 10 amendments apply only to the federal government. Very few of them apply to the state. The states are not limited. There is a school of law out there right now that says the Second Amendment only applies to federal government, not the local.
That's absolutely correct.
protect us from them.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
And that's because one of our biggest problems as American people are the people in the black dresses. The law doesn't matter what the law says. It doesn't even matter what's on paper.
That's right.
It's how they want to interpret it that matters.
Well, now that Obama's
Well, what we
being
need-
in there, we're screwed.
We need is a law of termination. If 60% of the people feel the judge has betrayed his standing by vote,
You're out of there.
he can execute them.
Yeah, back in the, I
Shoot
think the
the bastard.
60s, they tried to do that with, oh God, what was his name? The California guy in the Supreme Court.
You need a method of firing judges.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the teaching
definitely.
took
That
forever.
agrees
The
with
thing
Supreme
went
Court.
on and on and
I
on.
put the
never-
first vote in to get rid of Sotomayor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there anything
I
else
can
you guys
stand
want
her.
to know anything about? First, on a lot of things. Cap and trade, healthcare bill. I actually brought a copy of it, the whole 1,100 pages.
I've got it all. they got it from Congress, and then one of the guys,
The healthcare.
USA Defender, got up to about page 500 and put an outline on District 6 of that bill. You know, page number tells you this,
Yeah.
page number, what it runs down, it's 5 or 6 pages. With that in your hand, you
My
can
stance
that
on
thing to bits.
You can get 10 pages from Liberty Council.
no amnesty.
I've seen it on.
Liberty Council,
Liberty Council,
where do they got it?
it's it'll say the healthcare bill, and then you can select either a PDF or an HTML. The HTML gives you 1 page, the PDF gives you 10 pages.
Yeah. Well, 10 pages is honest.
I don't even think that covers all of it, because there's 5 bills that are floating up there, and they're using those 5 bills as an excuse to say, that's not in the bill. Well, it's not in the one they're referring to. It's in the one that the House
Why
voted
I don't
for.
say bill, I say 3,200.
What about the anchor babies if they leave here?
You tell me it's not 3,200, my directions. The page, pump the squat. That says, and I'll read it off.
Born here.
Did you get a copy of this one? That's just got a few of the bullet points from Liberty Council. Take a few of them, hand them out to people. I do. I put them on my neighbor's doors. I walked my neighborhood 2 days, passing those out for
I'm usually pretty good at this.
We have 200 million
Illegals are hanging out over there.
families here.
They're private clinic.
Legal
They're
immigrants.
private clinic.
It's not fair to those families.
Okay, we have an obligation to treat everybody,
Benefit.
right? Fine, treat them.
2 to 3% of the
Find out who they are, get them prints, the picture,
our Constitution.
send them back, and before you enter legally,
ever done.
here's your bill. You got a bill.
You know what?
Because you got to pay that bill. We're
Why
paying
not
for it.
send these bills back to the government, to the people
We
who
should
it is?
submit them to the Mexicans. They should. It sounds good.
We send the bill, the message is sent. We're going to bill you for these people.
Yeah.
And we have enough trade with them to say, yeah, we'll just take these.
Obama's kissing their ass right now.
Obama's a coward.
Oh, Mexico.
America's the problem. It's
He wants to vote.
In Mexico, Obama called us demagogues for wanting, because we're opponents of immigration. We're not opponents of immigration.
We're
We're opponents of
illegal.
illegal immigration, and they leave that word out every time.
That's the reason
Put
I
it
call
back
it.
in for them every time they use that phrase.
It's a Chicago street thugs method.
Exactly.
Get used to it.
We need to be as organized as those people with the talking points.
Absolutely.
They have got it right down to everybody's saying
But
the
not
same
above this
thing
level,
all
because
the
at this
time.
level they cannot
It works.
interfere with us.
It's a problem.
As long as the organization stays, yes, most of us have.
You folks got to understand, every illegal walking around with a cell phone is that cell phone is being paid for by La Raza, Mecha, LULAC,
Us.
and all those other organizations
get
that are getting our tax dollars.
That's right.
And nobody is giving us the money to network that way. It's costing us out of our pocket. So we got to make it effective.
So how do we get acorn money? How do we get matching funds like acorn
Become a
gets?
liberal and support Obama. However you sold your freedom. That's what these poor meatheads don't understand. They sold themselves into slavery. You said a man cannot give away his freedom. He certainly can. Look at these people. They are giving away their freedom, and they are fighting to give it away.